start my career right here in Baltimore City.
Well, I can say that before I knew that you were going to be a candidate, I knew that you were not simply going to be limited to being the good housewife and the great mother and a good wife, but there was something that sparks in you, that radiates. I can also say I've noticed that during the campaign season, you evolved.
Thank you, Senator. That means a lot.
Well, you were always approachable, and that's going to be a plus for you, I believe, as you go through. And has the campaign shown you any side of the city that surprised you, since very few people get a chance to campaign all over the city?
I would have to say that it's just been an awesome journey, and just to have the faith of so many, I have to tell you, it didn't really hit me, the magnitude of what had taken place. Like I said, so many people, there were so many naysayers and said that this could not happen, that it was going to hurt me politically, it was going to hurt my husband politically, couldn't raise any money. When we were able to defeat the incumbent based on the vision for Baltimore, it was just an incredible, awe-inspiring moment for me. I got to tell you, I was in the community, and a little 8-year-old girl walked up to me, and she says to me, "I voted for you." And the fact that you have this young girl who clearly cannot vote, but she was involved in the political process, someone explained to her how important this election was, and she could see herself in me. That was more powerful and so inspiring to me to say, hey, yeah, we got this right.
Wow. You know, 8-year-old girl, if things go the way your candidate wants, I guess you'll be able to say, I did right by voting for her.
Absolutely, and I'm going to work so hard. I mean, my top priority, Senator, is to go after these violent repeat offenders who are wreaking havoc in our communities. I find it completely unacceptable as a wife, as a mother, as a former prosecutor living in the heart of West Baltimore, raising 2 little girls, that you would have a 3-year-old being shot while playing on a porch in broad daylight. That's unacceptable. 12-year-old girls being robbed at gunpoint, walking on their way to school. Men standing outside of the bus stop, coming from work, preparing and providing for their families, being caught in the crossfire of a gang war. Those violent repeat offenders, I have to tell you, are going to be my top priority. In addition to that, I'm going to focus on our children. We need to get to our children before they get to the criminal justice system. That means I want to see them in classrooms before I see them in courtrooms. And I have to tell you that, coming from 5 generations of police officers, I'm very proud of that. I got to tell you why. Because justice will be applied fairly and equally, with or without a badge. So those rogue police officers that do a disservice to the hard-working police officers that risk their lives day in and day out, they will be accounted for. And like I said, justice will be applied fairly and equally. And that's what we need to move our city forward. A perception that the criminal justice system works. And that was the biggest problem that I saw as a prosecutor day in and day out, is the disconnect, the barriers of distrust, that I will, as the administrator of the criminal justice system, break those barriers down.
Well, being bright and smart, attractive, and mindful of all the different responsibilities you hold, hopefully you'll come back after the election and keep us informed as to how well the job is going for you.
Absolutely, Senator. This is my last stop, and I have to say I spent it with you. Why wouldn't I? I honor and respect you so much for all that you've done for the community, and I will absolutely be back.
Family, the opportunity to have a conversation with Marilyn Mosby, the candidate, Democratic nominee for State's Attorney for the city of Baltimore. Well, you've got less than 21 hours before the polls open.
Yes.
Thanks for coming by, good lady. Much appreciation to you.
Thank you, and please go out and vote. We have to vote. Please, please, please go out and vote. We can't complain if we don't get out there and exercise our right to vote. Thank you.
Thank you.